So hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and today we're going to take a look at the Wraith Twin Vipers, a weapon that's only available as a reward from events. The first time it was around was during the Cicero Crisis event, but it has been brought back. This is actually the second time it's been brought back through a Proxy Rebellion bonus weekend. So it is, as you may expect, a Wraith version of the original Twin Vipers, and it is a straight up upgrade. It has higher impact damage of 14.4 compared to the original's 9.6, slightly higher puncture damage of 1.8 compared to the original's 1.6, and a lower slash damage of 1.8 compared to the original's 4.8. So all in all, it does 18 damage compared to the original 16, but due to the damage distribution, it's better against shielded units and slightly better against armored units, but it is worse against fleshier units, so your primary target with this weapon should be the corpus. Other than that, it has a larger magazine size of 40 versus the original's 28, higher critical strike chance of 18% compared to the original's 15%, higher critical damage multiplier of 200% compared to the original's 150%, better accuracy of 11.1 versus the original's 8.7, and higher status chance of 5% versus the original's 1%. On top of that though, this weapon has the highest fire rate in the game. It fires 25 rounds per second, which is tied in with the original Twin Vipers. It also has a reload time of 2 seconds, it has a dash polarity, and it's a mastery rank 0 weapon, so it's pretty good for newer players. Now, even though this is a bullet hole secondary weapon, it doesn't quite work like the other bullet hole secondaries, for instance the Twin Rakatas, where you have a much larger magazine, so you can fire away for quite a while. Even with the increased magazine going from the regular version up to the Wraith version, you're gonna press the fire button, it's gonna do pfft, and you're done, you will run out of ammo. And by the way, there was actually a very accurate representation of the sound of the weapon. It literally sounds like pfft. Told ya. Now, some people absolutely love this weapon, and they will say things like, oh my god, this weapon is amazing, it can do 75,000 DPS. And while technically, yes, it can do 75,000 DPS, you would have to shove it down the enemy's throat and hold it there. Because, oh my god, the spread on this thing is horrendous. It makes it impossible to headshot anything that's not standing right in front of you, and it makes it pretty hard to hit enemies that are farther away, because really the spread is ridiculous. However, this can be somewhat compensated for by burst firing the weapon. And by burst firing, I of course mean firing 1/4 of your magazine by tapping the attack button. Now, the weapon isn't all bad, you know, it's pretty funny and it can do some serious damage, especially if you've maxed out your primed crit mods. But a pistol ammo mutation mod or even primed version of the ammo mutation mod is a must for this weapon. Because as I've said already, simply tapping the fire button will fire off 1/4 or 1/5 of your magazine, so without it you'll be out of ammunition incredibly quickly. Now, you might be looking at my ammo reserves at the bottom right corner of the screen and thinking, well, you're not really firing 1/4 or 1/5 of your magazine when you simply tap the attack button. But that's because I'm using Creeping Bullseye, which lowers the fire rate. And even with Creeping Bullseye, the ammo consumption is still far too much for me. You know, I really like bullet hole secondary weapons. The Twin Rakata, Axamati, Axe Stiletto, still one of my favorite secondary weapons in the game. But this one just doesn't feel very good for me. It feels more like a shotgun with sort of 4 or 5 shots in it. But then again, this is just my own humble opinion, so you might really like the weapon. So go and do the alert, get the weapon, you're gonna get a weapon sword with it, and try it out. And that's pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching as always, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.